again, YouTube. This is the Truth Blast. The channel is the Truth Channel. Disclaimer: everything that I say on this channel, be sure to research it yourself. Don't just take even what I say as just being the truth, because I call myself the Truth Blast. Study it for yourself. And then come back and we'll dialogue about it. Today I want to talk about 30 characteristics that show you that you're not in the matrix. 30 red pill characteristics. A lot of people, it's a lot of talk about red pill. But to be honest with you and be fair, I believe that most people have at least one of these on the list, or they are at least one. And understand that the opposite of red pill is blue pill. This conversation, if you will, comes from the movie The Matrix. Now understand something about the movie The Matrix. The central theme of the movie is somewhat biblical. Somewhat biblical. But ever since that movie, you have what's called blue pill and red pill. So, me being a prophet, I want to go a little deeper into this so you understand a little more about this red pill, blue pill. Now, everybody has a right to be and think however they so choose. There's no bondage. There's no one forcing you to think a certain way. There is right and wrong. But each individual has their own version of it and will either pay prices because of it, or they'll benefit, or what have you, in terms of what can transpire in their lives. So let's begin with this list. 30 red pill characteristics / ways of knowing that you are either on your way out of the matrix or out of the matrix. Now, if you have at least, I would say if you have at least 25 of these down, then you're pretty good. You're doing pretty good. But don't look down on yourself if you don't. Just, try to take a better perspective in life and just learn a little more of what and how you need to be. Because understand this, depression is blue pill. It's blue pill. Because they have a thing called red pill rage. When you start learning these things, it's just like you be enraged. Like, you look at the people around you and you just like, wow. But if you keep going, you keep learning, you keep doing what you got to do, you'll get peace of mind. You'll be free in this world. And once you free, which is one of the most, people that's not in the matrix, people that have red pill knowledge and putting it to practice, they understand that independence and freedom, that peace, those things are not negotiable. They are of very importance. So Red pill people, you might see them sometimes quitting their job. And the blue people on their job, oh, he shouldn't have quit. Oh, he's not going to have a pension. Oh, he's not looking out for his kids. He's not looking out for his wife. Oh, this is the only way we can make it in life is if we work at this job with me and with that person, the blue pill person. You can't make it unless you're doing what he does. Blue pillars are narcissistic. Doing what she does. And she's not rich. Number 1, you believe in a higher power. See, again, disclaimer, everybody has a right to believe in or what or how they choose. Nobody's forcing. But when you are red pill, you have done research. Your eyes are open. You know how you understand the things around you and how they work. And that leads to a belief in the higher power. I'm saying higher power just to be fair about it. I'm not trying to twist you into thinking the way I think. So I'm just trying to be fair about it. But I call him God the Most High. Number 2, you know the only guarantees in life are that you will die and stand before God. See, you, again, back to number 1. You know how things work. You understand that you can't create the thing. You can't create the things that are in the atmosphere. So, number 1 and number 2. And number 2, you understand how these things work because you have done the research. And you know that you're going to die. So you don't worry about it. You don't desire it, but you don't worry about it. Number 3, you don't trust people blindly. People earn your trust, and when you red pill, your trust can easily be broken in a person. Because you know that you're like a walking piece of gold. And that access to you is valuable. That doesn't make you a narcissist. It's just something that you understand. Number 4, you don't look to relationships for fulfillment or happiness. See, this is why the MGTOW, the SYSBM, this is why these things are so popular right now. Because people are waking up and they're realizing that a lot of these people are not worth your time. A lot of these people are dangerous. They'll take you to a back alley and to fulfill some type of foolish, psychotic behavior, they'll do crazy things. And then some people will be setting you up from day one. You see, these are all the things that you understand when you begin to wake up in life. You don't look to relationships for fulfillment or happiness. You could be married. You understand that your wife, it's not your wife, it's not your husband's job to make you happy. When you're out of the matrix, you understand this. You understand that happiness is a choice. It's an individual choice. Number 5, you are secretly watching everyone. You secretly are watching everyone. You don't let people just get in your space and you let your guard down, because there's no such thing as a guard all the way down in the life of a person who has digested the life red pill. The guard is never fully down. Number 6, you know that your distrust for people is not paranoia or insecurity. Again, a person is trying to deceive you. A person that doesn't trust how intelligent you are. A person that does not respect you when you begin to challenge them because you're trying to see if this person is worth your time, which is what a lot of red pillars do. Blue pill people, you insecure, you paranoid, you supposed. Remember, some of my comments is gonna be the person, the blue pillar's mind, what they're really saying in their mind. Oh, even though I do all types of things that you don't know about, you still should trust me. You're insecure. Number 7, you judge people based on an individual basis. The individual basis. All lives matter is red pill. A person who says Black Lives Matter, of course they do. But a person who is awake understands that this is bigger than just one group of people. And regardless of what happens, we still have to have the proper view of things. You know, and what needs to happen is those people that are doing these things and condoning these things, they need to wake up. See, a lot of people are asleep. They're zombies. You got to understand that. When you begin to understand that, you'll get past, if you were red pillar, you'll get past that rage stage. Number 8. You research beliefs, belief systems, and ideals with an open mind. That emotionalism is blue pill. That closed-mindedness is blue pill. When you study the Bible, you should be on your computer comparing notes, comparing other books, other things that was said, other religious beliefs. You should be going back to the beginning. What did they believe in the beginning? Instead of you only got a little bit of a belief and you dogmatically trying to push it on other people. That's blue pill behavior. Number 9, you know which systems in the world are rigged. This don't mean that you might not partake in them, but you know that they are rigged. You know and understand that some things are created for someone else to make money. That you can possibly get money, but it's made for other people to get money. The house always wins. Is this telling you not to gamble? Is this telling you not to do this, not to do that? No. You just have to get that system to work for you. But you understand that the systems in this world are rigged. Number 10, you don't limit yourself. You don't limit yourself. Let me show you. Blue pill people, the minute you tell them you quitting your job, they don't know what you have. They don't know what you're trying to do. But because they are blue pill and fear is blue pill. There's some things gonna make you nervous, but fear is blue pill. Because it goes back to number 1. You not believing in that higher power when you're walking around scared. Everything and everybody that you scared of is your God, is your higher power. But number 10, you don't limit yourself to jobs, to certain racial groups, to certain political groups. Remember, going back to number 8, you research with an open mind. Number 11, you have your political beliefs, but you understand you can't trust any side 100%. You can't trust any side 100%. The minute you think everything with Republicans or everything with Democrats is right, you have presented yourself as blue pill. You have to do your own research and know what's best for you. Number 12, you do not brag about sex. You don't brag about sex. You don't brag about how big you are sexually. You don't brag about how moist you get sexually. You don't brag about sex. Blue pill people, matrix people, people who, going back, you see how these are all hand in hand? Look for relationships and look to relationships for fulfillment or happiness. They brag about sex. Number 13, you don't brag about money. You don't brag about money. Now listen, I'm going to tell you what my belief is. That hater, that person, let's say you file bankruptcy. And let's say you have relatives or friends who they always try to judge you by that bankruptcy that you filed. Sometimes you got to let people know when you arrive. That's why I said, like when you think of matrix people, you don't know what they've been through when it comes to money. So I say, you know not to brag too much about money. You don't brag too much because you don't know when that person who is not ambitious, who is psychotic or a sociopath or some other disorder may try to use you to fulfill their own financial needs. So you got to watch what you say when it comes to that money. Number 14, you do not watch television news that often. The more you watch the news, the more propagated you're going to be. And if you propagate it, you're not awake. Number 15, you are interested in more than sports and you talk about more than sports. Now, some of us are in jobs where that's a method of survival. You only can talk to these people about sports. So you force not to talk to them. But blue pillars, they're going to talk about sports all day. Red pillars, they're going to be like, some of them be like, if all I can talk about is sports, I'm just not going to talk. And others going to be like, well, I'm just going to pretend to go along with them and just talk about sports. And sometimes they're going to get in trouble because they just ain't going to be able to help themselves. They're going to start talking about the deeper things, the more sensitive things. Number 16, you are often labeled as crazy for the depth of your beliefs. Blue pill people, when they can't win a debate, when they are shallow and superficial, the first thing they're going to say about a person that knows some things is they crazy. They're crazy. That guy's crazy. Number 17, you don't believe in settling in on just one income source of a job. Now, that goes back to what I said. Why did I mention this again? Because there are blue pill people that they always trying to instruct you. Man, all you need is one good job and just to manage your money and you should be okay. Because most blue pill people are not ambitious. They don't believe in business. Notice, like just look at all the things that I'm covering. And the total opposite of everything that I got on this list is blue pill. Is trapped people who are in the matrix. The matrix is the world system of doing things and beliefs. The box. Number 18, you have morals. You know that it is not okay to do everything. You know everything is okay now. It's not okay to do. You have guidelines. You have standards that you're not going to cross. You're not going to harm yourself in any way. You're going to try to learn what benefits the body, what benefits the mind. Because your mind is activated. It's going to activate morals. If you saying you red pill and you don't have morals, you're not red pill. Go sit down somewhere. You just talking. And just because you have subscribers on YouTube or on BitChute or on Instagram or these other platforms, that do not mean that you are beneficial to the masses. That just means that perhaps maybe you have some type of secret agreement. Or maybe they're just allowing you because the person who screens the videos, maybe they like you. That don't mean you nothing special. Number 19, you often look to learn something from movies, TV shows, etc. that will make you better. People who are awake, they don't just watch stuff. They watch stuff looking for stuff to make them go higher. Yeah, we look, we watch stuff for entertainment, but that's not the only reason why an awakened person will watch stuff. They'll see the little hidden stuff. Number 20, you like or love being alone. You are comfortable with it because you don't need people. See, when you begin to wake up, you start seeing for people for what they are. And you know how to deal with them. So you don't need them. And not needing them will bring a satisfaction to your innermost being. You know you're not there yet if people and their rejection of you still saddens you. When you understand that you're going to be rejected, you're starting to wake up. When it still saddens you, you trapped. Number 21, you can vacation by yourself and still have fun. If they don't want to go, they don't want to go. You still go and you still have fun. See, when people begin to wake up, you start seeing them doing more by themselves. You start seeing, like me, my mind is made up that if I really don't want coworkers or managers, I'm independent. I want to have businesses and I want people to either work for me or do the work that I do with no kind of connection. This is how your mind begins to think. Number 22, you put forth a strong effort to provide for your kids. See, blue pill people, they secretly don't want their kids to do better than them. They secretly are in competition with their kids. They're the ones that's insecure. See, a lot of the time when people throw out that you insecure, it's either they're doing something that they don't want you to learn, so they're manipulating you, or they don't want you to question them for whatever it is. So, how does this relate to providing for your kids? Blue pill people, they have either not enough life insurance or none at all. You see them die and they don't leave nothing for their kids. And some blue pillars do leave stuff for their kids. But you see a lot of them not, especially in the black community. You see grandmother after grandmother, grandfather after grandfather, this person, that person, dying without leaving anything. That's why you can't, I heard somebody say on YouTube, and it was pretty deep and true. He said that you can't pass down a job. And he's right. He's right. So you see a lot of these people. And why do people cry so hard at the funeral of a person that didn't care enough for you to leave you something that makes your life easier? Number 23, you are not narcissistic. You're going to take care of yourself. Obviously, you need to take care of yourself. You need to keep yourself clean, groomed. You need to exercise. You need to eat right. But you're not narcissistic. You're not narcissistic because you understand that you're just a part of this life equation. You understand that people are just fine without you. It doesn't bother you. It's okay. You understand it. Number 24, when alone, you do not think of harming yourself. See, this is very key. This is a very key thing that will show a person whether or not they are awake. If you have a lot of these things on this list, but you think of harming yourself when you're by yourself, you need to wake up some more. I would say, out of all these things, I would say that number 1 and number 24 are very key indicators of where you stand in regards to this content. Number 25, you understand the mind is a muscle. It needs to be worked into shape. You can't just sit around talking to people who don't talk about nothing. They don't talk about the deeper things in life. They're going to dumb you down. You understand this when you're awake. You understand that you need to be watching videos that's going to improve your life spiritually, financially, mentally, emotionally. You understand this. That's why you fulfill number 25 when you start to wake up. Number 26, you spend just as much time trying to learn than you do working out. This goes hand in hand with number 25. You see guys that's just always in the gym. Women that's always in the gym. But if you know them, you know that they don't hardly read anything. They get to talking and it sound like they watching, sound like Fox News coming out or CNN coming out. Because their whole viewpoint is based on something that they heard from something else and not based on something that they learned from studying. Number 27, you think of plans in the event of apocalypse and worldly trouble. You're a person that will store up. You're a person that will have a barn with some gas tanks in it. Because you understand, going back, remember, we go back to number 3, you don't trust people blindly. Number 4, you don't look to relationship for fulfillment. Number 5, you're secretly watching everyone. So, that is why you will think of plans. Number 28, your kids are not shallow. When people look at your kids, they may not know on the level that you do because, kids want to play video games. They want to do other things. They want to be involved in other things, and they should. But overall, the kids of an awakened person or awakened people, they're not going to be shallow. They're going to know something of essence. Number 29. You don't think much of or celebrate the most popular holidays. People who are awake, people who have red pill characteristics, they know that they can buy a person a gift anytime. They know that they can bake a turkey anytime. They know that if they really want a basket with some eggs, they can boil them some and throw them in a basket. They don't think, and they understand which holidays are pagan, which holidays are not. You will see people that are awakened. You will see them making more of an emphasis on life things, like birthdays, instead of stuff like CMS, we just gonna censor, and the tea giving. 30. Last but not least, you believe in faith and prayer. Whether you believe in the law of attraction or you believe in straight out faith and prayer to the higher power, the Most High, you gonna believe that you have a part in your destiny. You gonna believe it. Blue pill people go to churches and think that they're gonna give money and give their way into prosperity. Yeah, giving has to do with your eternal reward, and it has things to do with the whole process, but that alone is not the entire process. There's many more, but I just listed 30. And I'm going to go back over these and I'm going to talk for a few minutes, and then that's going to be the end of this. Number 1, you believe in a higher power. Number 2, you know the only guarantees in life are that you will die and stand before God. Number 3, you do not trust people blindly. Number 4, you don't look to relationships for fulfillment or happiness. Number 5, you are secretly watching everyone. Number 6, you know that your distrust for people is not paranoia or insecurity. Number 7, you judge people on an individual basis. Number 8, you research beliefs and belief systems and ideals with an open mind. Number 9, you know which systems in the world are rigged. Number 10, you don't limit yourself. Number 11, you have your political beliefs, but you understand that you cannot trust either side 100%. Number 12, you do not brag about sex. Number 13, you know not to brag too much about money. Number 14, you don't watch television news that often. Number 15, you are interested in more than sports, and you talk about more than sports. Number 16, you are often labeled as crazy for the depth of your beliefs. Number 17, you don't believe in settling on just one income source of job. Number 18, you have morals. You know that it is not okay to do everything. Number 19, you often look to learn something from movies, TV shows that will make you better. Number 20, you like or love being alone. You are comfortable with it because you don't need people. Number 21, you can vacation by yourself and still have fun. Number 22, you put forth a strong effort to provide for your kids. Number 23, you are not narcissistic. Number 24, when alone, you are not thinking of harming yourself. Number 25, you understand the mind is a muscle, needs to be worked into shape. Number 26, you spend just as much time trying to learn than you do working out. Number 27, you think of plans in the event of apocalypse, worldly trouble. Number 28, your kids are not shallow. Number 29, you don't think much of or celebrate the most popular holidays. And number 30, you believe in faith and prayer. Now, We're going to be all over the place a little bit. Just bear with me and we're going to close. You got to understand that people are going to find a way to betray you or to help you, depending on what their perception of you is. So if you understand about holidays, for instance, and you are thinking about getting with this person, getting with that person, these are questions that you need to ask. You need to ask what their beliefs are about holidays. Because again, people don't change like they used to. You got to let people do their thing. If you know how you need to be and somebody else don't want to be that way, this is why so many people get divorced. Because they try to change people. You can't change people. People don't change. You know how many people I've slain in debate? And years later, they still think the same. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You have to teach your kids these things, not to need people, to watch people. Then that way, they'll know when to run away. They'll know, well, I don't just trust this dude, kind of psychotic. He liable to be playing with a gun and shoot me. They'll know when to watch and what to watch. They'll know, why should I fear him? Because he's a gangbanger, or he's a drug dealer, or he's this, or he's that. He can die too. He can get punched in the mouth too. I'm guaranteed to die and stand before God. Therefore, I will not fear any person. Like the Bible says, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. The Bible, when understood, is the most red pill book there is. The problem is you have a lot of blue pill people, simps, or whatever you want to call them, handling the scripture. You know not to trust everyone if you are awakening or waking up. You know that most people ain't gonna like you. Accept it. It's part of the territory. You get persecuted when you know something, and when you know somebody of significance. If you're a Trump supporter, you're gonna get persecuted right with Trump. That's just the way it is. You got to do your research. You got to understand these things. And don't let nobody come to you. You a business-minded person. You can't predict what businesses are going to succeed and fail, and neither can they. People try to predict what businesses you going to create that's going to succeed or fail. Do not give them that kind of power. Nip that in the bud, put them in their place swiftly, and then go create your business. Don't be scared to fail. Know that if you fail 3 times and you succeed that 4th time may cover all the other times that you failed. So stop letting these people limit you, and you limit them and their influence over you. Have morals. Know that you got to have a guidebook. And the Bible is a good guidebook, but you got to be able to interpret it properly. If you brag about sex, it ain't really much I can tell you. You just lost. You lost. You know how many people are on the planet? There are billions of people on the planet. You're only one person. And if you think that you can keep somebody with sex, you are definitely blue pill. Learn how to love being by yourself. That's why Netflix is wonderful. All this stuff, Amazon Prime, Disney, all these things accent life to me. Because now you can go and get you some popcorn and get you a cheeseburger or get you some wings and some honey ranch dressing or honey mustard and enjoy your peace. Because you be around these people enough, they're going to start to get on your nerve. And eventually, you're going to get violent or they're going to get violent. So learn how to enjoy your own company. It's good. I can tell you firsthand, I love it. I love it. I can go play me some 2K season mode with all these fake players that I done made up and done created and be just as content. I can go pray. I could go fishing. It's so many ways to enjoy life. Stop putting pressure on yourself and now you depressed. How are you depressed? How? You putting pressure on yourself because you care what these people think? You care how they think you look? You care what they think about what you know? Who cares? This is the Truth Blaster. Like, share, subscribe. Normally I don't put stuff on Facebook because people try to ignore you. And a lot of people on Facebook are very shallow and superficial. But I'm going to put this on Facebook. Thanks for watching.